all these talented and qualified resources
Yes.
in other places like East
Yes.
Africa,
Yeah.
Central Asia. I mean, they exist.
Latin America.
You're
You
and
bet.
you're putting them together.
Hmm.
What is the value proposition for a client for you?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there's a
Yeah.
uh, they're doing good. They're helping support people in this other
Yeah.
country,
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah.
But a business value
Yeah.
proposition.
We're,
How do you
we're, we're
present it?
yeah, we're coming under the umbrella of operational efficiency. And our real pitch is, hey, let's free up resources for you to put toward your most strategic initiatives, sales, customer retention. So for
Hmm.
providing a high level of quality and obviously a cost-effective solution for bookkeeping, and also bringing a service and not, depending on who's doing that for them currently, it's another person they don't have to manage, and it could be another person they can move into those more revenue producing activities. So that's the value
Yep.
proposition. It's a really reallocating resources to your most important areas in your business to grow your business.
So in some ways, very similar to outsourcing technology, development, that
Sure.
sort of thing. Let me ask you a question somebody's going to ask this, so I'm going to go ahead and ask it.
Yeah, you
Um,
bet.
what about the matter of security and compliance
Yeah,
and they're giving their books.
yeah,
I mean, people
yeah,
people guard their books more than they guard their
yeah,
source code.
yeah,
They're giving that over. They're giving access to
yeah,
somebody in
yeah,
another country.
yeah,
Make Play it's me,
yeah.
but make me
You
feel
bet.
comfortable with that equation.
So we're starting pretty much at QuickBooks Online. So they'll be logging only into the servers where that company's QuickBooks Online is hosted. And so they're logging into their secure facility. I will be their point person, and myself or some other CPAs or accountants in our network will provide the reviews and will be the point of contact for the client. So that's the security we have. We
Hmm.
only also will provide read-only access in terms of bank statements and credit cards to our developers in other countries. So we think it's a true and tried model in terms of outsourcing. As you and I both know, there's thousands of companies providing outsourced talent.
Absolutely.
We're providing services which we think are fundamentally different.
I just see this as a game changer, Dirk. When I think about all of the money, I just completed my taxes this week. Uh,
Yeah.
Today is April 17th, so 2 days after tax day, and
Uh-huh.
I have a local accountant who does all my work, and I know how
Yeah.
much time. She's very affordable and all of that,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I just know how much, and I'm a small business guy, and I
Yeah.
think about how much time and effort I had to put into that I could have
Exactly.
used for other things. My wife is my business partner. She could have put it into other things.
Yeah.
So it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
And that's why I asked the question about security, because I
Yes.
know it's the same principle as outsourcing medical
Yes.
transcription.
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
and so there's got to
Exactly.
be, and this is what you answered, there are controls in place
Yes.
along the way to make sure that data is still secure.
Yes.
I think this is going to be phenomenal. I do know
Yeah.
with your energy, obviously, if God's in it, and you are a
Mm-hmm.
natural
Mm-hmm.
business development guy. That's just
Mm-hmm.
how He's
Mm-hmm.
wired you. Even your gospel witness, flows from the way He's made you.
Mm-hmm.
Just to be able to speak your mind
Yeah.
in a clear way and a compassionate way. You
Mm-hmm.
don't run over
Mm-hmm.
people.
Mm-hmm.
I see this as being something that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
But let me ask you one other question. Two
Yeah.
questions really. One
Uh-huh.
is one is okay, and what else? Because I know you're not
Yeah.
going to just do this 50, 60 hours a week. You may for a while,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you're always and what else kind of guy. So what else are you going to be working on, do you think?
Yeah, I would say, like anything, focus, focus, focus right now. That's, for a guy like me, that's hard. So I love the missional operator. So, last fall got really connected to Larry and Bob over Ibex Ventures and you. So I've just signed up to be a coach. I want to collaborate, and so I want to be a coach. But also with this, once we get the demand going, being again, everything's online, and I can do a lot of this remote. I see myself still traveling. In fact, I'm heading to Albania in about 2 weeks. to co-lead an executive MBA program with Trinity Western University out of Vancouver.
Excellent.
And for 2 weeks, got a strong network there. So yeah, I hope to continue to be very involved. That was actually part of why I said no to a lot of these franchises, which would have been very focused on upstate South Carolina. Could have been very lucrative financially, but I realized, Lord, I want to stay in the game, and I want to stay very close to these missional operators in frontier markets. So yeah, we'll see where it all goes.
I love it. Last
Yeah.
question
Yeah.
for you. So
Yeah.
looking at your journey, you've been all over the world. You've
Yeah.
got this passion for missional entrepreneurs, missional operators, and
Uh-huh.
equipping them to fulfill their calling. All of
Mhm.
these things are beautiful. And then you look back, you come to Greenville, you're in the buckle of the Bible Belt, and
Exactly.
we're both facing the same thing: is
Yeah.
looking
Yeah.
around and people just don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
In addition to the fact that it drives us both crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you say to the Christian and true
Yeah.
Christians in the U.S., particularly our little part of it in the Southeast? What do you say to
Yeah.
them to encourage them to get in the game? How do you address that?
Yeah, I was thinking about that, and I would say go find, go talk to people like you and me and many others, Bob Bush at IBEC, and be careful who you talk to, but go ask them, what are some missional groups that I could get involved in with my time? One of them I know, I'm on the investment committee, is Transformational SME, and they have a minimum investment of 5,000, depending on where you're at. Go make that $5,000 investment, or get three or five friends and do 1,000 each. And I call it an entry fee or a membership fee.
Yeah.
If you want to get in the game, you got to put some money. You and I both know when you don't put, skin in the game, how committed are you? Get involved, and they'll put you involved on a due diligence team. They'll let you travel out with some of their senior guys to some portfolio companies. And I would say for 6 months, get involved and see where it leads you.
I love
And
it.
I would add one more thing to that, Mike. Stay away from some of the what I would call the investor BAM events, which are wonderful, and I think those are great once you're in BAM and you're going down the road, because those could lead to stay where you are, play it safe, just becoming an investor, which is needed. But if you're really saying, Lord, I'm sensing that you want me to get more involved with my time and talents and skills, I would start in the order I just shared.
Yeah, and I love it.
Yeah.
I think I
Yeah.
agree with you wholeheartedly. I've taken a lot of people overseas to teach business, and that's
Yeah.
been helpful. But if they didn't invest, it wasn't the whole package.
Yeah.
I've met a lot
Yeah.
of people who have invested, like you're talking about, through some of these investment groups, but
Yeah.
their time and talent doesn't go with it, so it's not the whole package. What
Yeah.
you're describing is
Yeah.
a small way, a few steps to get forward, but it's all of you.
Yeah.
Right? You're
Yeah.
engaged with your heart, with your mind, with your wallet, with your knowledge. All of you is engaged in a little way, and you know as well as I do that little way doesn't stay little. God just
Yeah.
continues to
Yeah.
expand the tent, expand
Yeah.
your territory, and that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Dirk, thanks so much, man. It's great to see
Thank
you.
you.